This channel is designed for adults viewing only, and certain videos will contain rated M for mature video games, featuring realistic violence, gore and suggestive themes. If you are not an adult, do not view the content on this channel.
Sit back and relax. It's time to take a wild trip to the past. Get ready for another exciting episode of Memory Lane.
Alright, so here we have a Nintendo Power magazine right here. I'm going to cover up this bottom portion right here, this address, so we don't see that. Probably cross it out eventually, but yeah, this Nintendo Power magazine has Pokemon Yellow featured on it, and it's from October 1999, so it's over 20 years old. On the very top it says Playtest Donkey Kong 64. We have I'm just going to cover this up right here. Mega Muscle, WCW Mayhem, Knockout King 2000, and there's a lot of different stuff here, so let's see if we can get inside this magazine. And right away we have some pretty crazy looking Pokemon advertisements. Various different Pokemon things. And even till this day, this very day right now, Pokemon is super popular. Alright, let's get that focused. And check that out. We do have some bent pages right here. So I got all these Nintendo Power magazines in a lot, so yeah, you're going to see a lot of random stuff here. Got Hot Wheels. This looks like a Rayman advertisement. It's Sega Dreamcast and the N64. Alright, so right away we have a special Pikachu edition, excuse me, of Pokemon, which is Pokemon Yellow, probably. That's what they're speaking of. And this is our table of contents right here. We got an advertisement for Quarterback Club 2000. Never really a big fan of too many sports games. I do like to play the arcade-style sports games like Blitz. And much like the other Nintendo Power magazines, we have some classic, crazy illustrations right here. Army men. And what do we got down here? We got Mario and Koopa doing some crazy stuff over there. I don't know what that was all about. I see a Mega Man right there. We have Lynx. We have Yoshi with a huge nose. I mean, it's pretty crazy looking. Alright. So see if we can get this focused. Alright, let's go on to the next page. We got Revolt. That's actually a pretty cool game. It's really, really good on the Dreamcast. Jet Force Gemini. I've seen this in several magazines, Jet Force Gemini. I get this randomly pops up in several magazines. And here we go. How many pages is Jet Force Gemini going to take up? Let's find out. So far this is 5 pages. 6 pages. Now, I was looking at another magazine that came out like next month after this one. I believe it took up just as many pages. Army Men Sarge's Heroes, another pretty decent game. It's not bad. Alright, we have Asteroid Rocks, Asteroids Hyper 64. I'm gonna be honest, I never actually heard of that. Alright, we got the classified information portion of this. We have Quake 2. And this is where you get like all different types of cheat codes and this random stuff. We got Turok 2. And there we go. Turok 2, if you guys play that on the N64, there's some cheat codes for you guys right there. You got the bird mode, the level skip, infinite lives, the energy, the weapon code, all that stuff. If you play Quake 2, and here we go. One thing you have to do is pause the video, and then you can definitely game with those cheat codes. Now, cheat codes back in the day, back in the 90s and 80s, they were quite popular, a lot more popular than now. I remember running to the library. I had an NES, and they would have all the classic old Nintendo Power magazines. I would skim through all of them and try to find cheat codes. You know, there's all kinds of stuff here. Look. Highly unlikely that you guys will be reading or playing Base Hunter 64, but yeah, there's all the cheat codes right there. Alright, so let's Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. And there you go, cheat codes. Alright, let's zoom out here. We've got a nice, awesome illustration of Bigfoot. Now this is Monster Truck Madness on the N64. And it features WCW, the Sting Monster Truck and the Hulk Hogan Monster Truck. Donkey Kong 64. Look at that cool kiosk right there. Look at that. In-store demo. So basically, the magazine's telling you can run over to a, various different stores like Toys R Us or probably Funkoland, and you actually might be able to actually play a demo of Donkey Kong 64 before it comes out. That's actually pretty cool. Alright, we got some NBA action over here. StarCraft 64. And this got several pages, I'm surprised. So we got 2 pages, 4 pages, 6 pages, 7 pages. Get out of here. What is this? Catwoman poster. That is really random. It's a random Catwoman poster. See, I like the randomness of Nintendo Power magazines sometimes. You just never know what you're going to see. Just going to get that folded right back up where it was. Alright, let's see if we can get the page turned here without having any issues. Alright, we got Road Rash 64. Now this is going to take up a couple of pages. It's not a bad game. And we have a Blitz 2000. Command and Conquer, so yeah, look at that. Super Mario Brothers DX, I remember when that came out. That was on Game Boy Color, and it kind of made me want to have a Game Boy Color, specifically so I can play NES games on my Game Boy Color. I thought that was actually pretty awesome. And we have a Paperboy on the N64. That game came out on like everything. Winback. And this game, I honestly don't think it's the greatest. I don't think it's really that popular. But look at this. Winback is doing pretty well for itself here, because it's on multiple pages. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages for Winback. And that's insane. Earthworm Jim 3D. We got Hot Wheels. It's like a Hot Wheels game on the N64. You guys remember playing that? Now, if you remember playing any of these games, comment down below. If you remember getting any of these classic gaming magazines in the mail back then. I remember being subscribed to the PlayStation magazine, and I remember waiting and waiting for those magazines to come in because they had demo discs. And I loved playing the demo discs that came with the magazine. And that was on the PS1. And the Game Informer magazines, I remember definitely like getting a ton of those. And we have more Pokemon stuff. The Pokemon stuff was very, very heavily. That is a scary Pikachu right there. Oh my god. Look at that thing. Yeah, this magazine is very heavily focused on Pokemon. Back then it was extremely popular. And they started putting these like little comic things in here. Like miniature comic books. Like it was super Pokemon focused. Now what is this? There is a poster or something here. I don't know what this is. And it's kind of like weird. What the hell is this? It's a very, very big thing, whatever it is. Alright, this is definitely a Pokemon poster. I'm not going to open... Yeah, apparently you can't fold it open. That's the stupidest thing ever. Alright. I'm not going to take it out of the magazine, but it's a pretty decent, huge size Pokemon poster. To the point of where it's literally folded up inside the magazine. And I wish I could show you guys what it is, but that's not the case, unfortunately. Advertising some Game Boy Color and N64 games at EB Games, Electronic Boutique. Check that out. If you guys remember shopping at EB Games, there we go. I mean, I remember shopping there. I used to love shopping. My favorite spot was Funkoland. And it was funny. I recently drove. It was probably within the last couple of years. I drove back to that location where Funkoland is, or where it was, the one I used to shop at, and it's a GameStop right now. And I was trying to tell the people, the younger people that work there, that this used to be a Funkoland, and they probably had no idea what a Funkoland was. And we have Rayman 2. Like, they were looking at me like I was crazy. Like, what the hell is a Funkoland? Alright, we got tons of Rayman 2 stuff going on here. Nuclear Strike 64. Oh yeah, we got some wrestling action here. We got Bill Goldberg. Look at that, that's a pretty cool illustration of Goldberg right there. And we got, like, this game was actually really good, by the way. This was a really good wrestling game. Heavily underrated. Now look at these character models here. They actually do look that good. This game had some pretty good looking character models for the time. And yeah, that's really, really good looking. So the graphics were nice on this game, and the gameplay was not bad. And then all of a sudden, Backstage Assault came out after this, and that game was horrible. Like, I don't know how the hell EA messed that up. Like, they went from having a great game to having like a really, really bad game afterwards that looked 10 times uglier. And we have more illustrations of these wrestlers right here. We have Buff Bagwell up there on top. Very, very good looking character models. They actually looked really good. Of course, there wasn't a whole lot of hype for that game. When this game came out, everything shifted towards the popularity of the WWF at that time. And people were more focused on getting WWF games instead. Destruction Derby 64. Motocross, or Supercross 2000, that is. And here we go, speaking of WWF, a huge centerfold advertisement. The new King enters the ring, Game Pro, Wrestlemania 2000. So yeah, there you go. And they used the same exact engine as Revenge and World Tour to make that game, and No Mercy after that. So it was basically like a real cheap shot to WCW during that time, because there was no way that they're going to be able to compete. And we have a boxing game right here. And check that out. We have Knockout Kings 2000. Got Muhammad Ali right there on top. We got various different boxers here. Let's take a look at this. I'm not super expertise on boxing, so you guys can definitely just check this out. Some classic boxing video game illustrations right there. I remember when the PS2 first launched, I was in probably, I want to say, 8th grade, and I wanted my friends in school specifically pre-ordered a PS2. His father actually pre-ordered it just to buy the Knockout King game on the PS2 because of how good it looked. Considering back then it was like really, really good looking, but you look at it now, it doesn't look that good. But yeah, they specifically went out and bought the PS2 console just to have a better looking boxing game because they loved the Knockout King series. And that's something that kind of, I'm surprised that EA doesn't make Knockout King games anymore. I know they had the Fight Night games, but still, those games were extremely popular back in the day. Like, more popular than what people realize. They were just as popular as the wrestling games were back then. And we have more Pokemon stuff here. Look at this. This is very, very heavily Pokemon focused right here. Tons of Pokemon stuff. This is Pokemon Yellow, I believe. And look, you have all different types of schematics. Pretty crazy stuff. Armorines. And these are various different game challenges that they add to the back. So basically Nintendo is issuing you a challenge. That's for Pokemon Snap. Mario Go challenge right there. And this is Monster Truck Madness 64 challenge. And can you perform that challenge? If you can, that's pretty awesome. Army Men Charges Heroes. There's a second one also. This is a pretty good game. And we have some random scores right here. We have Force Gemini got a 9.0. It's like one of those sleeper games that just sneak on the N64 that wasn't well known. We got the StarCraft 64 8.2, Rayman 2 8.1, Knockout Kings 2000 8.0. Mayhem got a 7.5. I would have gave that game a little bit higher than that. The graphics especially, they gave it only a 7.5. The graphics are actually really good on that game. Rainbow Six. Army Men Charges Heroes got only a 7.4. I would probably rate it slightly higher. We got Top Gear Hyperbike. We got Winback. Got a 7.2, and this game, I don't know anything much about that game, but they were really on a couple of Nintendo Powers magazines around this time. They had several pages for that game. Road Rash 64 only got a 7.2. Now check out this WWF Attitude Advertisement right here. Let's see if we can turn the magazine around. It just advertised Wrestlemania 2000 earlier in this magazine, and they're still advertising Attitude. So there you go. That goes to show you how popular the WWF was back then. You know, at one point I felt pretty bad for WCW. His, Revenge and World Tour were really, really good. And Mayhem was also pretty good. But then, once Mayhem came out, it was just completely overlooked. Like, nobody wanted that. People wanted Attitude or WrestleMania 2000. Alright, we had Pokemon Yellow only got an 8.0. Come on. Are you kidding me? Can you believe that? That should be much higher than that. Come on. You have NASCAR 2000 got a 6.8. I mean, I don't know what exactly you would expect from a NASCAR game. This is Tonic Trouble. Never heard of that. More Pokemon stuff right here. Look at this. Missile Command. Good old classic game right there. And we got Hole-in-One Golf. Look at all this Pokemon merchandise. Look at that. Got Pokemon dog tags. Look at this. Let's focus the camera right here. Collect all 50 officially licensed Pokemon dog tags. So yeah, Pokemon, very, very popular. Like, I'm not even kidding. I mean, if you think it's popular now, you have no idea how popular it was back in the late 90s. Like, it was extremely popular. I would say probably 10 times more than what it is now. And what is this? This is a dungeon crawler in the Game Boy Color. I'd never heard of that before. What is that? Tower Lord of Banff Deceit. I only got a 5.3, but look at the screenshots. That looks pretty cool. It almost looks like a Dungeon Masters on the Super Nintendo. I would definitely take a look at that. That looks actually pretty cool. I've never actually seen that before. And here, more Pokemon stuff over here. I would imagine that, back then, if you were really sick of Pokemon, these magazines were not for you at all, because they were very heavily based on Pokemon. You got Pokemon Yellow right there, $29.95. Reserve your copy at Funkoland, one of the greatest gaming stores of all time. Alright, let's turn the page here. You can also buy your Pokemon cards. Alright, here we go. So, this month, WrestleMania 2000 THQ is back in the ring. So they're doing a little... I guess they're doing like a little preview on WrestleMania 2000 over here. So you might see some screenshots here that are beta screenshots. You never know. That looks like a Cactus Jack. And there we go, we got a couple of screenshots. Pretty cool stuff. And that game was a huge game when it came out. And I remember SmackDown came out around the same time on the PlayStation. And SmackDown, I actually owned My cousin bought SmackDown, and we used to play the crap out of that until we got an N64. And we really never touched SmackDown ever again after that. Because the No Mercy and Wrestlemania 2000 were so much better. And it looks like we have, what is this? It looks like Rainbow Six or something. Red Storm. That's interesting. Got Turok stuff going on over here. And a Xena fighting game. I have heard of that, but I had never actually played it before. And we got Miyamoto right down here. We got a couple of Pokemon things going on. Look at that. Pretty cool stuff. Looks like we have a Donkey Kong cosplay. Some sort of Nintendo event right here. What is this? Let's zoom in on that picture right there. There's a Pokemon right there if you guys like Pokemon. And Miyamoto. Who doesn't like Miyamoto? Oh, this is Nintendo Space World 99. So, yeah. You see it right there on the headline, right up there. Alright, our battery is almost dead, so let's get to the end right here. What the hell is that? WCW comes to the Game Boy. I've never seen that before. It looks like a beat-em-up game. That's weird. You got some Rampage action right there. Rampage 2. Battle Tanks Global Assault. One of my favorite games of all time on the N64. Oh, let's not mess up the pages here. Donkey Kong 64. Some more Pokemon stuff right here. Road Rash 64, and then we got the back of the magazine right here. Gauntlet Legends, that's actually a pretty good game. Alright, let's stand up this magazine right here. And there we have it. A great Nintendo Power magazine from over 20 years ago. It's still in pretty good shape. October 1999. Give it a thumbs up and comment down below if you want to see some more Nintendo Power.